Morning, YouTube. Today I'm at Jockey Ridge State Park. It's on the Outer Banks in North Carolina. I'm still there, and it's actually the home of the largest living sand dune on the East Coast. By living, I mean it's moving around. As you can see, we're going to get out in there a little bit, but little vegetation around the edges, but not so much inside. It didn't become a state park till 1975, and basically there was a plan to develop the dunes, and the local people call themselves bankers. They fought against it and got it to become a state park, which is pretty cool, keeping this all preserved like this. There's some doubt as to how the name Jockey Ridge came about. Off the coast of here, a lot of shoals, a lot of ships sank. It's the graveyard of the North Atlantic, and some of the surviving horses, the Spanish shipwrecks, came on the island. They roamed freely for many years, and some of them would be captured, and they'd break them and run them in horse races. So some of the thing is that they use the sand dunes as a grandstand. The other possibility is that the land around was owned by a family called Jockey, and so it may have been corrupted. Who knows? They're not sure. But anyway, let's go walk out into the dunes and check this out. To get an idea of just how vast this dune is, look at the people way over there. The sand here is super fine, so much finer. It almost reminds me of the talc sand over at in White Sands in New Mexico. But it's so fine that climbing up to get up here where it's sort of hard packed was really difficult, especially with a ankle that's tweaking again. So if you've ever walked on a dune and it's all soft and slippery on the top, imagine this is what it's like down underneath. Layers and layers of hard pack. And you don't have to just walk around the dunes. You can sled and some other activities around. So one of the other things you could do here is they have a hang gliding school right here at the park. It'd be interesting, but I'm sure my ankle would just fold up. So maybe next time. We'll see. So I'm up here near the edge of the western edge, and you're looking out. I believe that's Roanoke Island over there. Yeah, there's the bridge that goes over, and so this whole channel is pretty much protected by the barrier islands. So you get an idea, I think, of how big this is and how tall. I'm on pretty much the tallest one. The reason they call it a living sand dune is because it does move. Right now the wind is offshore, so little bits of sand are blowing towards the ocean. Later in the day it may switch and be offshore, and the dune could be going this way. So you can imagine, a hurricane comes through or a big storm, a lot of wind coming through, it's going to move more this way. Storm coming off the land out of the west, move that way. So it can move a lot depending on the wind conditions, which you would have thought somebody would have taken into account. Over in there's a miniature golf course that got eaten up by the sand. It's on the edge and the wind was blowing that way and basically buried the miniature golf course. And I was told there's a 1950 era motel that is getting swallowed up over there. I didn't see it as I was driving by, but traffic. So makes for a cool story. So anyway, I'm gonna head back down in. If you get a chance, this is pretty cool. Some of the other activities you could do, I saw somebody with a kite, but I don't see them flying it right now. It's always windy here. So it's a perfect place for flying kites. So I'm going to get it back on the road and go on to my next stop, which will be in the next video. See you later, YouTube.